We may never know it, but that could be the next president. It could be the next doctor who figures out how to cure cancer. There's so many ways that it can make a difference, and that's what Chuck did with his life, and that's what he'd want to encourage each of us to do with it. No matter how small, how young, how old we are, he honestly believes you could make a difference. And in a small way, this 5K then will make a difference to the young people tomorrow.
Former NSWC Crane commander and first president and CEO of the Battery Innovation Center, Chuck LaSota, believed in the value and potential in everyone he met. Wife of the late Chuck LaSota, Teresa, says his whole life was about service. Service to his country, his state, and service to others. She says he was also very passionate about STEM education.
He was very big to mentor, which then led to his involvement with STEM, because he believed if the United States was going to stay in the forefront and a leader in our world today, then we had to have young people who were interested in going into science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Chuck was also passionate about running. Westgate Academy event manager Alex Jackson met Chuck when WestGate Crane Technology Park just started.
I had started this time 4 years ago, working for Stimulus, and when he was across the hall working, he was definitely a mentor, letting me learn about Crane, helping me understand what the tech park was, why it was here, and kind of the beginnings of the tech park and what was to take place here.
So, the Running for Our Future 5K was born, combining both Chuck's love for running and STEM education. Jackson says the purpose was to give back to area students in the surrounding communities.
The 5K is significant to be held here in the tech park to let people know that may live just 5 miles down the road that the tech park is here, not just to help Crane, but to help the community. The other part is, with having the 5K, it can bring in those community members so that they can really understand it too. And that all the money is not meant to stay here, it is meant to give to those kids, but then also that they might have the opportunity to come back after school, after receiving this money to attend college. Maybe they might want to come back in this area and work.
Chuck even won the first Running for Our Future 5K race, but got suddenly sick in late 2014. He was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer and passed away in January the following year. This is the second year the RFOF 5K is being held in his honor. Friend and Battery Innovation Center coworker Mark Mead says Chuck left behind a legacy.
Very personable person, very passionate about the things he believed in. He was a Christian. He was a father, he was a grandfather. He never made anybody feel small. He always built them up. He was very passionate about, creating jobs, working with the community, working with local government and things like that, having them get on board with, stimulating the growth and the economy out here.
Mead says Chuck's enthusiasm was contagious at the BIC and throughout the tech park.
I think it was probably around November when he last came to the BIC. He had just come from a chemo treatment, and he was still passionate, fired up, and just really wanted to know what new stuff we got in. And he would come back to the lab and he would say, Mark, what's that? When did we get that? It was just neat to see that, in the darkest of times for him, he was just still passionate and just really fired up and, just really hopeful. He put his heart and soul into this place, and I hope we do it justice for his legacy.
Teresa says these funds raised from the RFOF 5K that go to STEM scholarships are critical to area students.
We have so many of our students that qualify for what we call Title I, but that means the family income's not as large as it might be in some areas. And so this gives them opportunities that they definitely might not have in any other way. And any dollars that we can put into it to help them further their education is going to be better for all of us in the community, for the state, and definitely for our country.
The skills learned from a STEM education go beyond science, technology, engineering, and math careers. And Teresa says these are skills that all students should benefit from, and all students should be given the opportunity to learn.
And they might not think they're interested, but it's because they don't really understand all the things that you can do or what all programs it might apply to. And if you can just give them that taste of that, then they're going to come back and they're going to want to learn more and to get more into the fields and learn, like you say, how it can cross over into other areas. And so all that you need to do is just give them that opportunity, and a lot more will go into it given the opportunity than if they'd never experienced it in any way.
The funds raised from the Running for Our Future 5K help to provide these opportunities.
It makes a difference, and that was a big thing with Chuck, that he wanted to make a difference no matter how small or how large it was. And I think by doing things like this, we can make a difference for tomorrow for the young people that are here in our local communities.